Get ready for your family's summer adventure with Curry Honda in Chicopee. Hi, it's Cassie, and we want you to hit the road in the all-new 2026 Honda Passport, built for rugged trails and packed with style. Available in vibrant colors to match your vibe. Or pack everyone up in the new Honda Odyssey, the ultimate family minivan with a spacious interior, rear seat entertainment, and cabin watch to keep your kids in check. Come get your dream ride at Curry Honda in Chicopee on Memorial Drive or online at curryhondamass.com.
Simply the best.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:34 and Rush with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102.
It's going to be sunny today with a high of 74. Tomorrow, some rain showers with a high of 79. 44 right now in downtown Springfield.
Let's see. We're probably going to be talking to Scott Cohen if he can get his Hall of Fame credits through the door.
All right. He's now another Hall of Famer.
Seems to me someone's kind of dragging behind.
I'm not as old as you two.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Pat Kelly.
Oh, I was talking about the age of, you reach a certain age, I believe it's above the age of 55, then you're eligible. It's like the AARP membership coming in the mail.
Yeah.
I'm almost ready to get that flyer from the Hall of Fame.
You'll get that and a tote bag and a discount on insurance.
Hey, you know what? That's not something to shake a stick at.
We got a lot of other stuff coming up this morning. Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Summer's one.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:50 and John Mellencamp with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be sunny with a high of 74. Tomorrow, rain showers with a high of 79. It is 44 right now in downtown Springfield.
Hollywood Trash is brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So, from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
All right. A lot of couples want a big bed.
Yeah.
So they're not on top of each other, but not Matthew McConaughey and his wife Camilla. Matthew's marriage tip is actually the opposite. I wake up one morning, I'm looking over there, and Camilla's like a football field away, man. Then you go to bed at night, like you want to snuggle up, and like, well, you got to cover up. Come about 12 feet, and I'll come 12 feet. 12 feet.
12 feet? How big is this bed?
You're like, man, this damn king-size bed is not good for the marriage. Get rid of that son of a bitch. So we got a queen size where we're shoulder to shoulder. I'm telling you, it's good for your marriage. Apparently, Matthew McConaughey never had a dog or children or, anything else.
I got an 80-pound dog to sleep between my wife and I.
Right.
We could use a king.
Yeah. You don't have a king?
We got a queen.
You should get a king.
We're going to get a king.
Yeah.
Where should I get a mattress, though?
What's the difference between a California king and a regular king?
One comes from California, and the other one does not.
Is it known to the state to cause some sort of cancer?
Perhaps.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
The non-California
like
king?
if you live up one side of the bed, everything loose falls into the California side?
Yeah, right.
That's it, yeah.
You just break it, like you're having an earthquake.
I would get a king mattress, but I'm not sure where to buy one.
Will you ever try a sleep number bed, Bax?
I don't know, Steve. Aren't those kind of expensive?
Yes, but can you really afford another restless night's sleep? Every time Michael Jackson got even close to a female, people wondered if he was even legitimately interested, or he was just pretending, and that includes when he married Lisa Marie Presley back in 1994.
See, I thought that was totally legit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think that was some sort of publicity stunt at all.
In Priscilla Presley's upcoming memoir, she reveals that she asked her daughter if they had a physical relationship because, like the rest of us, she wasn't sure, and she says Lisa Marie said yes. But Priscilla still didn't approve of the marriage. In fact, she was appalled by it. She felt that Michael wasn't marrying Lisa Marie, he was marrying the Presley dynasty. Michael was a manipulative man, and I think he had his sights set on her long before she realized it. The childlike innocence he projected was part of his public mask. She adds that when Lisa Marie filed for divorce in 96, I could practically hear Elvis sigh with relief. Or that was him just letting gas out from finally being unconstipated from 20 years earlier.
You can hear.
Yeah.
You can still hear it in the distance if you walk past Graceland.
Priscilla's book, Softly As I Leave You, Life After Elvis, drops tomorrow. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to not reading that. Love Halloween and scary movies?
Yes.
A cable and internet comparison site called Cable TV is looking to pay somebody to watch, rank, and review horror movies. They're calling this position a thrill turnship. You know, get it? Like an internship, but with thrills. The position is not for the faint of heart. We're looking for real fans of fear, enthusiasts of the eerie, and devotees to the dreadful. The thrill turn will earn a very scary $666, plus a $50 Uber Eats card.
That's worth it.
And a 1-year subscription to Screambox.
Didn't they do this last year and it was just like only cash? I seem to recall them doing this before.
Well, they had to up the ante because nobody wanted to do it.
Why? You afraid to get scared?
Applications are open until October 7th, and you got to be 18 years old. The thrill turn must choose 5 horror movies from their list of the scariest. Here are a few that were found on the list. A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Okay.
Candyman. The Evil Dead. The Exorcist. Get Out. Halloween. Hereditary. It. Martyrs. The Shining. The Strangers. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And The Thing. Those are the ones you can choose from.
Wow.
Just take the top 5.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you can order that $50 Uber Eats, which is good for what, a snack?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need more than $50 to get through that many movies.
Yeah, but it comes
50 $50 on Uber Eats, that's like one hamburger from Five Guys.
and that's half eaten.
Right, because the Uber driver was hungry. It's about time that comedy gets rewarded as the art form that it is, and Amy Poehler is leading the charge. On the latest episode of the Good Hang podcast, she spoke with Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman about the merits of comedy. And Benedict said, if you can do comedy, you can do anything. I really do believe that. And Amy replied, of course. You don't have to tell me, babe. Every single year at the Oscars, everybody gets blanked and all the serious people get up and accept and accept and accept. And it's some hot BS because comedy is not easy.
Did anyone at any point say, listen, if we're going to talk about comedy, maybe we should get somebody better than Amy Schumer?
It's not Amy Schumer.
Who was it?
Amy Poehler.
Oh, Amy Poehler.
She's funny. But
my mistake.
But if you're going to ask people about comedy, Benedict Cumberbatch would be the last person I would ask.
I don't know, dude. He is a funny, funny guy.
Is he really?
I don't know. I didn't even know it was Amy Poehler.
Suspending Jimmy Kimmel Live may have been the wrong move for Disney, financially speaking anyway. According to one report, the company's market value dropped $3.87 billion overnight. There have been multiple calls over social media to boycott Disney and its subsidiaries, including ABC, ESPN, Disney Plus, and Marvel. Actress Tatiana Maslany probably caused the biggest stir by supporting the boycott because she works for them. She plays the She-Hulk in the Marvel Universe and even had her own Disney Plus show, She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Okay,
right.
sure,
Well,
yeah, well.
$3.8 billion. That's a... Somebody's not getting donuts on Monday morning.
Yeah, it's all the people that had nothing to do with making that decision.
Taylor Swift, the queen of marketing, is releasing a film in theaters to go along with her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. It's called Official Release Party of a Showgirl, and it's 89 minutes long. And it'll be in theaters October 3rd through the 5th. Tickets are already on sale, and they're $12 each. But, you know, because it's her 12th album.
I see.
The film will include the world premiere of the music video and her new single, The Fate of Ophelia.
I'm going to have to put that on my schedule right away.
Man, I can't wait. You know, if I can make this gal more money than she already has, I'll do it.
Well, you know, the holidays are coming up.
I'll be at that. Yeah, the holidays.
Everyone's going to be strapped for cash.
Right.
Big E just almost over. You know how that is.
Oh, $12 ticket to Taylor Swift. That's cheaper than the Big E, for sure. Kim Kardashian admitted she cried while watching the Great British Bake Off.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she must have something to say.
Oh my God, the last time I saw that much cream piping, it was Ray J filling my quiche crust until it bubbled over like a Pillsbury ad gone adult. Hee hee.
Caitlin?
I never folded the dough with your mother, Chris. But I did butter that clam panini until it squeaked like a rubber ducky. That's not a Jeep thing either. I was I was cinched up in that crotch hammock like it was a parachute rig over Normandy.
What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is, you remember Pop Rocks?
Yeah.
That crackling explosion all over your tongue?
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine that, but inside of a car wash. Oh, your mother. That is your Hollywood trash on Rock 102.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock at 612, and Queen with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be sunny today with a high of 44. It's sunny today with a high of 74. Tomorrow, rainy with a high of 79. It is 44 right now in downtown Springfield.
Just want to remind everybody, if you're going to be listening to the show after the show and the podcast, it's going to be brought to you by Curry Honda Chicopee. Experience the best.
There you go.
Got to tell you that.
Well, busy weekend. Friday night I went to Athol. I went straight into Athol.
Really, you went through the state line and right into it?
Yeah, I got to tell you, man. It's like a desolate wasteland trying to drive up to that place. It's Route 202 basically all the way.
Right.
Up until you reach Athol. And then when you hit that Route 2, you still got like another 6 miles to go in the woods. And it was this Ellenwood Country Club, I believe it was called.
Okay.
I like Bushwood.
You, sir, are not welcome at Ellenwood.
But this was... This looks like it hadn't been updated since 1964. It kind of reminded me of like the lodge on the Dirty Dancing, with Jerry, what's his name? Jerry Orbach.
Yes.
Like I'm waiting for Jerry Orbach to walk out of the bathroom.
Like that's the place he would go to practice chip shots.
But that was a great show. It was Phil Anthony had this Funny for Funds thing going on up there. I don't even know what they were raising money for.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
No, it doesn't. They were all into it.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing.
I gotta believe it. A town like, and we've seen this before in other towns, but a town like Athol,
Yeah.
Is so starved for any level of entertainment.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's a couple of comedians from the Springfield area, some guy playing an accordion, or even a guy playing a set of spoons on it between his knees and his hands. They're so desperate for things to happen.
Yeah.
That they'll come out for. Remember, like a couple of years ago, we did like an event or two in Ware.
Yeah,
we never go out to.
We're like, oh my god, it's like Hollywood's coming to Ware.
It was like people were lined up around the block in a orderly, in an orderly straight line, just to see if they could win the Wheel of Meat.
And when I mean Hollywood, I mean the people from the Hollywood section of Springfield went to Ware for the day.
Yes,
that kind of thing.
They're so starved for entertainment. I'm glad you threw those people a bone.
Yeah, no, that was a great show, and lots of Bax and Nagle fans up there.
Sure, there are.
Audience. And I don't know, because it's weird. Like some I don't know. If you go down to like Wethersfield, Connecticut. Mm-hmm. You're kind of like hitting this line where some people might know who you are, some people may or may not. Like
in a town like Wethersfield, since we're talking about local towns here, people in Wethersfield know who we are. They just don't want other people to know that they know
that they listen
who we
to this classless show. Their bougie town will not admit that they will listen to this classless show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're the kind of people that say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I only listen to public radio."
Yeah,
and you know what? They don't listen to public radio.
Yeah.
They listen to us telling fart jokes at Rock 102.
Of course they do. All things considered.
Yeah, right. It's exactly what happens.
So that was a good night, and then Saturday I had the Geisler Supermarket tour.
You almost didn't make it.
I almost didn't make it, and
you imagine the sad faces that would have been on people's puss if they know that you weren't going to make at least one of them.
I was 40 minutes late, which was pretty good considering that as I just about to hit downtown Springfield on I-91. I feel the tire had blown out on I-91, and luckily I made the executive decision to get right off of that Bernie Avenue exit, and go right to City Tire, because City Tire is right there at the North End Bridge, and those guys were great. They had me in and out with a brand new tire for $120 in less than 30 minutes.
Now, did they know who you were?
I don't know if they did or not. Nobody said anything.
Really?
I gotta tell you, man, they had a good playlist going on in that garage, though. They were listening to like 90s hip hop.
Really?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we were talking about regulators. They had that playing in the background. So thanks to the guys down at City Tire in Springfield for getting me up and running and on my way. I didn't wait very long at all, and there was other customers there. It wasn't like I was the only one.
So you weren't like line jumping because you're wearing a Rock 102 T-shirt?
I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it.
Didn't hurt.
Didn't hurt, but they took care of it very quickly, and I was on my way to the Geislers down in Summers. So, like I said, I was late. I have a mug for you. Some guy dropped off a Stein for us.
Stein?
I have one.
Like a beer Stein?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's some band. I don't know. Whatever. I wasn't there, and the girl on the road crew was like, "Hey, somebody dropped off a gift for you. 2 gifts. I had a biscuits and porn." T-shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a tie-dye one.
That's cool.
And then 2 Steins.
2 Steins.
2 Stein. One for you and one for me.
What does your Stein say?
It says the same thing. It's something about Steve on it. I think it's some band.
Okay.
It's some band. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, so you're getting one of those.
Well, that's
but
great.
I got to wear the hot dog costume.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a little bit about this because I know that there are some people that think, we're just a couple of immature clowns. We'll put on any kind of dancing suit like we're working at Liberty Tax. What was up with the hot dog suit?
Well, the local Boy Scouts were there selling the hot dogs. They had to, and I said it wrong. I said it was KM hot dog. It was Dietz and Watson, which are just as good hot dogs as the KM ones.
Okay,
right? KM, whatever. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's hot dog.
Hot dog, yeah.
And so I said all these kids were putting on the little hot dog suits, and they were all different toppings on them. And I said to the scoutmaster, I'm like, "Hey, do you have one of them adult ones?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." And he takes out the big one, and I put it on, and I made a video. I made a video
it was really good.
Noticing that there was no ketchup on my particular hot dog. Somebody said it was lettuce, but it was relish. I think it was just the way the print was on the hot dog.
I could see that.
Who puts lettuce on a hot dog? It's not lettuce.
The Chicago-style hot dog has a little bit of lettuce on it.
I did remember that does have that.
Yeah.
The pickles and the lettuce and the onions.
Little sport peppers, delicious.
Yeah, they're like pickled peppers, right? Like gardenia or something.
Yeah,
like that?
well, no, they're like specific kinds of like a gardenia is it's like a whole bunch of stuff in there. But but nevertheless, you look really good in it.
And then I went to a private Oktoberfest party on Saturday night at a friend's house. Okay. That was kind of cool. This guy's got his backyard set up like an Italian bistro. He's got all these like those wire tables with the umbrellas. It feels like you're eating in a Mediterranean marketplace.
But where were you?
In Ludlow.
In Ludlow. Wow, I had no idea. So, Europeanly international.
Yeah, and with the beautiful sounds of the Mass Pike right behind.
Oh, that's breathtaking.
And then so that was fun. And then yesterday I went to the Rocktoberfest at the Summit View Banquet and Meeting House. The food, there's food upstairs from that event. It was absolutely delicious.
Dude, you need to go upstairs and look in that fridge.
I know. There's a ton of food up there.
It's like there's like a whole bathtub size thing of potato salad.
Oh, is there red cabbage up there?
I don't know if I saw the cabbage. I saw the green beans, the chicken, the pretzels, and the potato salad. There could be.
All right.
It could be up there.
Because I love that red cabbage. The red cabbage is something.
You know what you should do? You try to eat an awful lot of it, so by the time Cohen comes in here, you'll blast him out of the room.
Yeah, I don't know if we have that kind of a time frame here, but we could try.
Doing it fast enough if you're chowing down Joey Chestnut style, going Kobayashi on that thing.
But we had the keg toss yesterday to show you how far you can toss the keg. It was only 30 pounds.
How far was the toss?
I couldn't. The problem is it's bulky.
It's the shape of it.
It's not that I could probably throw something else smaller a lot farther. But this thing, like, I'm trying everybody was trying all the different way. And the winner got a $50 gift card to Vanish Valley Brewing because you're throwing a Vanish Valley keg. And I believe we had to purchase then the Vanish Valley keg because it had been thrown around so many times that it is no longer in use.
It was an empty keg?
It was an empty keg, but it was about 30 pounds.
Yeah,
which is
that's a good weight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but all of a sudden you can hear the stir thing dinking around inside, and I'm like, oh, I guess we're gonna have to buy the keg now. No longer is it borrowed material.
Yeah, I mean, you break it, it's yours.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can use it again for another Rocktoberfest. But all of that busy weekend.
It's 6:22 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 6:28 and Stone Temple Pilots with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam should have the full forecast for you.
Let's see here. Okay, Pro Picks Pool. Underway at rock102.com. It's your call football. Weekly winners score a $50 gift certificate to Vanish Valley Brewing, and the overall season winner gets a $500 cash card courtesy of Nor'easter Organic Life Hydroponics. It's real simple. You just go to rock102.com, check the stats, go with your gut, play Rock 102's Pro Picks Pool from Nor'easter Organic Life Hydroponics and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
You ready to laugh?
I'm ready to laugh.
Let's laugh.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
On Rock 102.
I make you laugh.
Springfield's Classic Rock.
Just a lot of moving pieces.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Anyway, a young punk gets on a city bus, right?
Okay.
He has spiked hair, multicolored green, purple, orange. His clothes were a tattered mix of leather rags. His legs were bare, and he's wearing worn-out shoes, right?
Okay.
And his face and body are pierced with jewelry, and his earrings were big, bright feathers. He sat down in the only vacant seat across from this old man who just glared at him for the next 10 miles on the bus. That's a long
time.
Finally, the punk got self-conscious and barked at the old man. What the hell are you looking at, old man? Did you ever do anything wild when you were young? And without missing a beat, the old man goes, yeah, back in the day when I was young and in the Navy, I got really drunk one night in Singapore, and I had my way with a parrot. And I just thought for a while that maybe you were my son. He had sex with a parrot.
That's perverse.
Yeah, well, weird things happen in Singapore, that's for sure.
Bax and Nagle in the morning on Rock 102.
Here's your 6:33 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Happy first day of fall. This is the full day, starting yesterday into today. Is the autumnal equinox, which I believe was made by Chevy for quite a few years until they discontinued the brand.
Did they discontinue it?
I
don't know. Consumer Reports reliability survey on that one?
I'm not sure, but the public is gathering at the UMass Sunwheel to observe the celestial event. The equinox signifies the astronomical change of seasons when day and night approximately equal in length. Where's Tommy from Dorchester doing? Oh my God! You a-holes, you want to celebrate fall for the first time? Come out to the equinox party on the green.
What are you going to do for the other 23 and a half hours of the day?
I don't know. We're going to puke. We're going to puke in the ponds and the rivers and make it all green for autumn spit day.
I just borrowed my dad's autumnal equinox. We're going to drive it around town. To every packy in the town.
The equinox signifies the astronomical change of seasons when day and night are approximately equal in length.
Hey, speaking of equal in length.
Yeah, have you ever seen a full Keystone Light can? I'm bigger than that, baby.
I've never seen one that's completely full. I usually just see a big pile of empties.
The exact moment fall officially begins this year is at 2:19 p.m., almost 2:20, which is 2 hours before 4:20, which is a 2-hour head start on getting your bong hits on.
Just about the time I wake up from last night's hangover.
Who wants to go to the Sunwheel, bitches?
I want to go!
Well, there you go. You can go up to UMass at
great.
2:19 p.m. today and go to the Sun Wheel.
I'd avoid going to classes and just go to that.
Yeah. Sun Wheel. How about Sun Chips? Sun Chips and Colt 45.
Oh, that and some dominoes. We get the whole party going.
A man was brought to the hospital after he reportedly drove his car into a brook on Gulf Road in Chesterfield Friday morning. The Chesterfield Police Department, the cop, that guy stated that at approximately 6:42 a.m. on Friday, officers were called to the area of Gulf Road regarding a single vehicle crash. The Chesterfield Fire Department and rescue were called to assist. When first responders arrived in the area, the vehicle was approximately 55 feet off the roadway down an embankment. I don't know if you ever been to the Chesterfield area of the Westfield River?
Yeah.
The gorge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gorge.
Yes.
And it's pretty deep. I don't think this was the actual gorge part, though. But you still got the embankments that are, probably 70 feet tall.
You still got to go a little bit fast to blast off that off the embankments.
Yeah. The driver, identified only as a 33-year-old man, was brought by ambulance to a local hospital and treated for minor injuries. The Chesterfield Police Department,
that guy
is investigating the incident. If anyone has any information, they're urged to contact Chief Lance Roos.
Lance Roos.
Lance Roos.
Okay.
I'm Lance Roos, Chief for the Chesterfield Police Department.
It sounds like a 1970s TV character.
Lance Roos.
I'm Lance Roos, Private Dick.
Patrolling the rural areas of Chesterfield and beyond. I'm Lance Roos. He's got a 603 area code. He doesn't even live around here. It says call 603-363-4233 or emailing Roos at PD. Oh, this is New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
What?
What do you get in New Hampshire? Where'd you get this? Mass Live?
It says Chesterfield, Mass. This is 22 News. Chesterfield, Mass is where the headline of the story starts. You know, at the beginning of the location.
Right.
And then you scroll down and it says call. That's why I was wondering why it was a 603 area code.
Interesting.
So is this Chesterfield, New Hampshire, or is it Chesterfield, Massachusetts?
I don't know, Steve.
What a bunch of idiots working over there at that TV station. How do you get the two mixed up when you're reporting on a story? Because all you're doing is getting a photo from somebody?
I don't really know.
Oh, my God.
I'm not even sure how far Chesterfield and the Springfield. Oh, it's about an hour and 24 minutes away.
Okay.
About 71 miles, depending on which way you go.
But it says Hampshire County, and it says Chesterfield, Mass., and then
Well, did it start in Chesterfield?
And end in New Hampshire?
Right, like he was from Chesterfield. That's where he left his driveway, went straight up north up 91 towards Chesterfield, bang a right on Route 9, and boom, he's right there.
Yeah. I don't know. This is kind of stupid. How can you not get these details right?
I don't know. This was your lead story.
No, it was the second story. The lead story was the autumnal equinox and Tommy from Dorchester at the sundial
All right, this is the follow-up, your lead story.
All right, well, here's the third one. This might not even be true. A vehicle nearly struck a student crossing the road to catch a school bus in Hadley on Friday morning. In a social media post by the Hadley Police Department, a video shows a school bus completely stopped on Rocky Hill Road with its stop sign and lights flashing to pick up a student. As the student enters the roadway to cross the street, a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction nearly misses striking the children as they hurry to get out of the driver's way. Authorities are seeking to identify the vehicle with the help of the bus company and residents' cameras. The incident occurred at 6:41 a.m., and the vehicle in question was coming from the Amherst area, heading towards Northampton. Several residents in the area were shown the video and they had strong reactions.
Yeah.
Well, of course they did.
If you've seen anything, please call police in Rutland, Vermont.
Did you expect anything less than a strong reaction from somebody who lives right in the area that would witness something like that? They had strong reactions.
As opposed to like a lackadaisical, like a bunch of ignorance, all the apathy.
If you see a school bus, stop and look. Pretty straightforward, said Susan Lux. Oh, Lux was on her side that day. It's a traffic law everywhere in every state. This hopefully was an isolated incident. I mean, but there was a kid that was hit and seriously injured a few years ago up in Hadley.
That's right.
Near the V1, near that church up there, near that area.
I remember that.
And they never caught that guy. Luckily, I'm pretty sure the kid's recovered. But I don't remember whatever. I don't think they ever found the driver. It was one of those white, candy vans, if you will.
A candy van?
The white van with like no markings on it.
Like the rental van or something?
I don't know if even a rental, but they couldn't get a license plate. They just had the picture of the van, and I don't think they ever found. I don't think they ever found that guy.
Interesting. I don't remember.
I don't know why people are speeding past school buses.
I mean, everyone should kind of be aware of the law. If a school bus stops, you're supposed to stop too.
Yeah, it says stop when the little sign comes out the side.
Not every bus has the sign.
You know what? We should put middle fingers on those.
I like that idea a lot.
It's like F you. Try to pass me. That kind of thing. So they're if you have a camera closer to the road that could help identify the vehicle, contact the Hadley Police Department. Although school buses are known as the safest mode of transportation for students, one expert says that unfortunately this isn't a rare occurrence. This happens pretty much every day in Massachusetts, says Mark Shieldrop.
That's his name,
Yeah.
Shieldrop?
Yeah.
That's weird.
He's a senior spokesman for AAA Northeast. There's now a law that allows communities to put cameras on their school buses in order to ticket those who don't follow the law.
Okay.
Well, maybe he'll be caught. I would hope so, right?
Let's hope so.
An assistant coach for the Connecticut youth football team was arrested after allegedly pushing a 7-year-old player from the opposing team to the ground during a game. New Milford police identified the suspect as 38-year-old Daniel Fazio, who is serving as an assistant coach for the New Milford Bulls during Sunday's game with the Water Oak youth football team. Authorities say the confrontation happened on the field and involved a 7-year-old player from the opposing team. While no injuries were reported, the incident immediately prompted disciplinary action. The Bulls announced in a statement that Fazio is no longer the boys' assistant coach, saying, "We do not condone the recent behavior displayed by our former assistant coach." In his defense, though, the kid had pads on.
So that's okay. Yeah, that was
not okay.
If the kid wouldn't have pads on, then we got real problems.
He was wearing a helmet. He's not okay. He's okay.
He's protected from my brutishness.
The Bulls say the incident is being investigated. The behavior of the one individual is not a representative of the sentiments, moral compass, or values of the entire program. Fazio was charged with second-degree breach of peace, disorderly conduct, and risk of injury to a child. He posted a $20,000 bond and is expected to appear in court on October 2nd.
And how old were the kids? You said 7. 7.
Some people just don't belong in positions of teaching children or being around children.
You know, the funny
and they
part,
have children themselves.
The funny part about it is, in order to coach at any level, at least in the state of Massachusetts, you got to be Corey checked.
Yeah, but Corey check doesn't do a mental health check.
No, I get that. I get that. But if there were anything in the past that might have suggested this guy should not be coaching kids, you would think the Corey check would do that. And I'm not always certain that they go and actually check all that hard.
No. I think what is a Corey? Do you know what a Corey check is?
They go through, certain don't they go through certain arrest records and stuff like that, or you have to disclose
it's really
that stuff?
Only if something was involving children. They brings up all the arrests and things that you've ever done, but they're more focused on, did you ever have any kind of weird thing going on with some kids?
Yeah.
If you can pass a Corey check, if you had a DUI, if you had, there's certain
white-collar crimes would be okay.
Right. Yeah, if you were embezzling money from, let's just say, PTO. You might be banned.
Maybe
in that aspect.
Maybe what we need to do is not just a Corey check, but maybe like a douchebag check. Like if there are like a bunch of like benchmarks you have to hit to prove that you are a douchebag of a certain level, because everyone can be a douchebag from time to time.
Right.
But if you hit like a number of different markers along the way, maybe you're not really assistant coach material for 7th graders.
I mean, it does show
or for 7-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a hothead, a 7-year-old pissed you off for the day,
or if you're known for say like day drinking, maybe you shouldn't be an assistant coach for a 7-year-old kid.
Isn't that what's in the Gatorade bottle on the sidelines at a 7-year-old's football game?
I don't believe it should be.
Yeah, you're gonna pop kids off, and I'm gonna do some pop off in the back.
That's right.
You're having a youth football cocktail on a Saturday morning. The Corey checks check for like arrests, convictions, and all that stuff. But it's really it's how like each case ended. Like, was it adjudicated? Just because you have something on your, a lot of people have arrests on their records.
Yeah,
it's how the case ended and how the case was resolved. But the biggest thing is if there was something involving children,
then they're not going to want you to do that. That makes sense.
Listen, for my criminal record, I've gone on every field trip for the school so far, and nobody said anything yet. And I get a Corey check done almost every year.
See, I'm going through the Corey check, thing, but I mean, once I sign my name, I don't really ask, hey, what you looking for?
Yeah,
because I haven't done anything. I haven't been arrested for anything yet.
My favorite Corys were Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. Those were the ones.
See, I liked Professor Irwin Corey. That was one of my favorites.
Who was that from?
Oh, he's an old-timey comedian.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard of him before.
You ever saw the film Car Wash?
No.
The unflappable Franklin Ajayi? That's a funny movie, boy.
No, I don't think I ever
And Professor Irwin Corey's got like the pivotal scene.
Listen, maybe after Three's Company, of all the seasons of Three's Company is over, I'll start watching those old movies too. I'm really into it now.
You can't lose it. You can't miss on that one.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today going to be sunny with a high of 74. Tomorrow, rain showers with a high of 79. It's 43 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 6:55 in Led Zeppelin with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be sunny today with a high of 74. Tomorrow, rain showers with a high of 79. It's 43 right now in downtown Springfield.
This week on Baxi's Musical Podcast, my guest is music journalist Jason Pettigrew. He is the former editor of Alternative Press. He's written for Spin Magazine, a bunch of other publications. He just published a book on the 33 1/3 book series, which is a series that's been around for 25 years or so. They just focus on one album at a time. The one he's focused on is from the band Ministry. The album is called The Land of Rape and Honey from 1988. It's actually a very, very important album, and the story behind it's actually really fascinating. And you can hear that on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, the Rock 102 YouTube channel, rock102.com, as well as the app. It's all brought to you by Metro Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Chicopee, and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
Did you ride the bus to school?
Every day.
Really?
Except the days I didn't.
Did you ever have an issue with the bus driver? Or your bus driver was a family member?
My Uncle Leon.
Yeah.
Who was a cranky, miserable, rotten bastard that kicked his own children off the bus.
Kind of reminds me of this guy. A 75-year-old bus driver in Pennsylvania named Harvey Slicker is facing charges after police say he threatened the children he was driving and punished them by cranking the heat. Parents say their children got off the bus crying and extremely sweaty. Harvey demanded that the kids close all the windows and then turn the heater on full blast. Supposedly it was 74 degrees outside, but inside it was 95 to 100 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
He allegedly told the kids, "I'm going to cook you all!" and also threatened to bring a paddle the next day. Investigators say the students were between the ages of 5 and 12.
Oh, my gosh. My Uncle Leon's still alive.
I know. There you go. Harvey was charged with simple assault and reckless endangerment, and he won't be driving for the district ever again.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's unclear what set him off in the first place or what he thought the mobile sauna would accomplish. Sweat that bad behavior out of you. There's no indication that any of the kids were seriously hurt. You know, we had a bus driver. She was mean. She was like really, really mean. But then like she was the mother of another, like an older student.
Right.
You know, probably like a kid that was like 2 years ahead of me. And then we went to that kid's graduation party. This lady was like as sweet as can be.
Yeah.
And then you realize that's not how she is all the time. She's just that way when she's dealing with 50 rambunctious, little a-holes.
Right.
Yelling stuff at her and throwing things on the bus and all that other stuff. This is not the way to handle it. But I do remember her like pulling the bus over and then getting up and yelling at everybody. But there was no hot boxing at that
My
time.
uncle never hot boxed the place, but he didn't like anyone talking on the bus.
How do you stop a bunch of kids from not talking on the bus?
Here's how we did it. One, like I said, he was a cranky old bastard. The other thing was, you got to understand, Rehoboth is a town of like 46 square miles. It's actually a fairly large town. But at the time, there's only like 8,000 people living there.
Right.
So it's very sparsely populated. He would kick kids off the bus. And there's no phones, there's no pay phones, there's no sidewalks.
No motor cars, not a
single luxury. Kids
Yeah.
were walking miles before they could find anybody who could say, do you mind if I borrow your phone so I can call my mom to pick me up? Because I'm still 15 miles away from my stop. That's how my uncle would operate. And he even
they got away with that child endangerment back then.
Oh yeah, it didn't matter. Yeah. It didn't matter to him. And honestly, he did kick his own children off the bus.
Oh, he did.
Oh yeah, he was not a pleasant man at all.
Yeah, somebody wrote on the Route 10 Tire Letters line, not sure what set him off? Maybe a bus full of kids? Yeah, that would get to somebody.
Yeah, I get it. But,
yeah.
Oof.
Well, he's not working anymore. So.
It's 7 o'clock with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, your grilling destination. Weber, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza Ovens, and Traeger Woodfire Grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Well, you might as well get it out of your system now, because yes, I am fully aware that the Green Bay Packers, the team that I once owned a single share of non-dividend paying stock, lost to the previously winless Cleveland Browns. And while I could sit here and deflect your hurtful comments and point out how great the Patriots were looking in the final seconds of yesterday's game against the great Aaron Rodgers, I have chosen not to go down that route. Because to do so would show the sort of classless hostility and bitterness that is just simply not a part of my character. So what happened to the Packers yesterday, and how did I take it? Well, it's like this. You can't win them all, and in this case, the better team didn't. And while I can't be bitter, I will say this. On any given Sunday, any team can beat anybody. And on this particular Sunday, it was finally time for a team full of festering heart garbage like the Cleveland Browns to get their first, and perhaps only, win of the season. How did I take it? Well, I think I'll let newly acquired and future Hall of Fame Green Bay Packer defensive end Micah Parsons speak on my behalf, especially after yesterday's 13-10 loss when Micah told reporters, quote, sometimes, just like today, you crap the bed. Now, while Micah didn't specifically use the word crap, he did, in fact, use a more colorful and descriptive word in its place. Now, I, of course, have given this a lot of thought, and I agree with his sentiment. The truth is that with a 53-man roster, you are never going to get that kind of stuff off the bedding. I don't care if you use a heavy stain stick, bleach, or even if you shout it out. That stuff is never coming off the sheets. Believe me, I've had trouble with stains that were made of a whole lot less. It just means that next week is a brand new game. In this case, against the Cowboys, and hopefully a brand new set of sheets, because I'm pretty sure they got their own sloppy bed to deal with. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Hey, you need a new staple gun? Well, you're in luck. The Craftsman $15 tool sale's going on at Rocky's. Get the Craftsman staple gun, a Craftsman hammer, drill bit set. Good tools, good deals right now at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm back. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock at 7:13 and Bon Jovi with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be sunny today with a high of 74. Tomorrow, rain showers with a high of 79. It's 43 right now in downtown Springfield.
Well. From the Western Mass Golf Hall of Fame, here we go. Recently inducted and enshrined and tidied up, Scott Cohen. Congratulations. What a distinct honor. What the hell did you do to get in?
Well,
I mean, I've played in rounds behind you.
yeah, I know you have, Baxi. Well, what do you know what you do? You stick around long enough.
But even at some point, the 19th hole has to close.
Well, yeah, but the 19th hole is always a sliding scale. It can be in one place and then it can actually move to another.
A man has got to lose a lot of balls to get into the Western Mass Golf Hall of Fame.
Hey, listen, they had a first of all, thank you for saying this. I appreciate it. Steve was asking me, how come you didn't mention that to us last week? And it's not like something that you mention about yourself. But they had a nice ceremony at Toccoa on Thursday for the induction. It's a great class. There's a lot of and you've heard of these people. The Doricos,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
There's Doricos Golf Shop over in West Springfield, and there's like four brothers, and there's the Toskis and the Matsons, and the this, the that. The Tuig brothers. Ed and Dave, longtime pros in the area, they got inducted. A woman named Deb Bloom did, who's just an icon over at Springfield Country Club. Carl Chesky, who's the superintendent at Amherst. That place is always just like the Emerald City. So it was nice, and it's a great class, and I'm just really, it's an honor. It really is.
It sounds like one of those celebrity bartending nights where nobody on the list is a celebrity.
Yeah, exactly. Steve, you're right. I mean, unless you're in that community, you don't know who these people are. But for you guys know that I play and I love the game, and I always try to mention it in sports if I can. But the people who were inducted at they're icons in their own right in the area.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So
thanks.
thanks.
I bust your balls because it's so much fun and often very, very easy to do. But it is an honor. So congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But like I said, you stick around long enough, man, and
you'll get something.
They come find you.
You'll get a free T-shirt or something.
They come find you.
The Patriots game yesterday.
Yep.
It's insane to watch them play like this, knowing that they should have won.
Yep.
And to see them drop the ball or turnovers, it's exasperating. It's the kind of stuff that should never happen. But yet, here we are. Here we are again.
Right. And the fact of the matter is, this is what teams that really aren't good do. They gave the game away yesterday, and I think what was really 5 turnovers, 4 fumbles, and an interception, and Drake May's interception in the end zone when they could have tied the game, going into the half. It's bad. It's bad football. But with the fumbles, so Ramondre Stevenson, who coughed the ball up twice yesterday, once. That led to Pittsburgh's first touchdown early in the game. And then again at the 2-yard line, they're going in for the score. That should have been a 21-14 game, and instead Pittsburgh had a 14-7 lead.
It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing.
It's horrible.
Steve's right. I agree with Steve.
And the thing is, Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh's head coach, had talked about that they planned around the fact that Stevenson can't hold on to the football. They went after him. He fumbled the ball more than any running back in the NFL last season, and he's just picking up right where he left off.
The sad part about this is if you look at the stats between the two teams. The Patriots led in what I have: first downs, passing yards, rushing yards. Time of possession was off the scale, and all those fourth down conversions they had. You're thinking, hey, a team that's playing like this, it's got basically the control of the whole game, should be at least 3, maybe 7 points ahead in this game. But when you keep crap in the bed, as I said about the Micah Parsons quote on the View from the Couch. If you keep doing this is what you're going to get. Yep. And you can't tell me that a lousy team like the Carolina Panthers aren't going to be watching game film all week long on how to strip the ball out of the Patriots' hands.
And do the same thing. And it was, and what kind of to add insult to injury about the loss yesterday is that, look, they win that game. Instead of being 1-2, they're 2-1, right? So you get a little bit of momentum under your belt. They're playing Carolina next Sunday at home. They go and with the momentum that they would have had this week, they go to next week, they win that game, and all of a sudden they're 3-1.
Yeah,
and they're sitting pretty.
Unbelievable. Patriots managed to fumble away literally any shot at winning. 5 turnovers. You can't beat a high school team doing that. Never mind the Steelers.
They had more turnovers than Shamura's Bakery. That's what they had.
Come on. Drake may look sharp on paper, but what does it matter if the ball keeps ending up in the other team's hands? Ramondre Stevenson must think the ball's covered in butter the way he was dropping it all over the field. This team finds new ways to invent disasters, penalties, blown drives, wasted momentum at home. At home! Gillette Stadium's turning into a comedy club, and the joke is always the Patriots. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
Did you actually write that
No,
down?
I copied and pasted it from a forum. That
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Red Sox here for a minute. They got 6 games
Don't
left.
even get me going on them.
Well, I know. Hey, listen, I feel the very same way. They got a 3-game series with Detroit at home. They get to close it out, but they still got to get past Toronto in Toronto starting tomorrow. So, they're only, there's a slim margin between making the playoffs and not making the playoffs.
No doubt. They're holding on to that spot. 3 big games with Toronto. It's like, look, I think the Red Sox are going to make the postseason. Hopefully, if Detroit gets stuff wrapped up and they'll take it easy, and those last 3 games of the season won't be what they could have been. But you go to Toronto and maybe the Red Sox will do the Yankees a favor if they. They win some. They beat Toronto a few times, and the Yankees managed to win their games. I think the Red Sox are going to make the postseason, and you get Garrett Crochet going in the first playoff game. And look, dude, anything can happen.
And I understand that, and I also understand 6 games, anything can happen in 6 games,
yeah.
and I've seen the
anything
Red Sox,
bad can happen in 6 games.
I've seen the Red Sox choke on something like this time and time again.
No doubt.
At this point, as close as it is, I am holding back my confidence.
I know.
Because
listen.
You're talking about 2 series with really tough teams.
2 best teams in the American League.
Yep. Yeah. Why couldn't we get? I like to say Oakland, but Oakland's spanked them 2 games to 3. But nevertheless, that's like I'm not feeling comfortable about this right now.
I think they have what it takes to take care of business. I think I heard this morning they own the tiebreaker over the Guardians, Cleveland, so they've got that in their back pocket. Yeah, I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
So here's the thing. The Red Sox came close to letting a real playoff push slip through their fingers yet again. They got 6 games left. 6! Everything is on the line, but they keep giving scoring chances, sloppy defensive plays, and too many missed it by that much moments. It feels like the same script. Late inning leads, evaporate, starters give up too many soft hits, and every time momentum builds, bam, a mistake kills it. Yeah! They can win big. They outslugged the Rays 11-7. They came through with a furious 9th-inning rally and another. But consistency? That's shoved in a closet somewhere. You can't make excuses when the dreams of October are staring you down right in the face.
Do you have any thoughts on the Ryder Cup, Steve?
No, I don't know anything about
Ryder Cup tees off on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
They didn't invite you to play?
They did not. Bethpage Black on Long Island, just a notorious course. It'll be must-see TV.
All right, very good. Next week?
Next week.
All right, very good. Scott Cohen.
Thanks to the Pat's Pulpit and the Red Sox Nation websites for their repetitive views.
Thank you for citing your sources.
You're welcome.
It's 7:23 on Rock 102. 729 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Aquapump, an expert in all water supply systems from the well to the pump and into the house. Is local radio icon Steve Nagle.
All right, 22 News is dropping the ball here left and right. Okay. First of all, the story they had that I read last hour about the accident in Chesterfield, Mass.
Yeah.
Is actually in Chesterfield, New Hampshire. Yet they labeled it Chesterfield, Mass, and then gave the police chief name of the guy in Chesterfield, New Hampshire. So they got that wrong.
Right.
And then, remember I was talking about the kid in Hadley who almost got hit by the school bus and they didn't know who the car was?
Yeah.
The Hadley Police Department released a statement on Friday evening regarding their near-miss accident on Rocky Hill Road. The police say they received a tip from another motorist who gave the police the license plate number from the vehicle seen in the video almost hitting the girl attempting to board the bus. The Hadley Police Department was able to interview the driver on the same day. The driver was unaware that the incident was being publicized and admitted fault with an apology. Charges will be filed as a result of the incident.
Okay.
What happened to the, we don't know who did it? You have to call the police department.
Well, again, Steve, that requires a certain amount of journalistic effort that at the time was not available to them. At the time.
All right. In West Springfield, the town has implemented a level 2 water restriction due to the drought level for the Connecticut River Valley regions. All non-essential outdoor water use is prohibited. That includes lawn irrigation systems and washing cars for non-commercial purposes. You're allowed to use a hose or a watering can in order to water your flowers and for livestock maintenance.
Okay.
But you can't use water for anything else.
Suppose my car's really dirty, though.
No, well, then you got to go to Springfield to get your...
Suppose my grass is turning a little brown.
What's the water situation with the Big E? Does that all come out of the same reservoir and all that stuff?
It's a good question. I don't rightfully know the answer to that.
I remember when I was in Syracuse, there was one of the lakes up there. It was a Tisco Lake. It was the lake that kind of fed the water to the city of Syracuse. And every year when the fair would come around,
yeah,
the water level would drop about 4 or 5 inches because of the use of water going on with the fair. I'm curious to know where the water is coming from for the Big E.
Probably not from the river.
No, but I mean, is a water restriction in West Springfield not only the result of dry weather, but the result of thousands upon thousands of people ascending on West Springfield to walk through animal poop and,
Well, I mean, you got to hose that down, right? You can't just leave animal droppings all over the Avenue Estates.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, that would be unsightly. And you wouldn't want to drop like a tater tot on the ground and have it land in a Clydesdale pile and then, eat your poutine tater tot like that, would you?
I don't know. I've done it before.
I know you have, but I'm talking about like the average person with some level of sense.
That really bothers you because you've brought it up multiple times over the last several days.
Because I've seen how people walk all over all over that asphalt. I've seen the animals relieve themselves on the same surface, and you just don't know. 3-second rule aside, if I dropped some food item on the floor, on the ground at the Big E, I'd either throw it away or kick it to the side or just walk away from it.
But as the listener pointed out last week, you're okay with urinating yourself in the ocean with your pants on and then sitting around in it all day long.
That's science, Steve. It's about water displacement and, with the crashing tides, I'm being washed off.
I think the tater tot thing really bothers you.
It's disgusting.
And it's bothered you for 3 years now.
Well, I'll hold on to that for years to come.
All right. Well, I don't know why it's such a hot button issue with you.
Because it's gross. It's disgusting. Yeah, you could have.
How many disgusting things do you do all day long?
You could have contracted some sort of listeria,
but I didn't.
Not this time. But that one time, you're going to drop like a 18-inch corn dog. You're going to pick that up. You're going to chomp on that for a while. Then all of a sudden, you could get some sort of intestinal distress. I don't want to be around you when you got intestinal distress.
Why? You're around me all the time when I have intestinal distress.
Well, you usually leave it outside of this room
Oh,
for the most part.
And the way this room is, it wouldn't matter if I did it in here or not, because you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
You got a point. The smell of mildew kind of covers up everything.
So no using the water in West Springfield. You can't do it. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna be. Will Reichelt will come out to your house.
Suppose I own a power washing company in West Springfield and I have to turn on the hoses and spray somebody's siding down.
Well, I guess
or
if
their
it's
deck.
used for business or whatever. Have you been following this mayor race in West Springfield?
I have not spent a whole lot of time diving into it.
You know who's running for mayor against Will Reichelt?
Who?
That guy O'Brien who. Remember, he taped the lady to the chair with the tape. She was disorderly at the Big E, so accused of being disorderly at the Big E.
Yes,
and then she was in a chair. And then they had a picture of the lady. She had like evidence tape strapped across or around her entire head, and then this guy's calling her all kinds of names and and whatnot.
Right.
That's the guy running for mayor now. And he was also the guy who had the hit list. Do you remember that? He had like the hit list of people he was trying to eliminate from the town of West Springfield, and then he inadvertently sent it to Ireland.
I vaguely remember that part. I remember the lady in the chair. I don't remember the sending things to Ireland.
Yeah, he inadvertently sent he put the wrong extension on the email.
Ah, yes.
And he sent it to instead of somebody with the same name here, he put it with it was like the extension was for Ireland. So some lady in Ireland got it, and then she even wrote the paper over here to expose that he had this hit list going on. That's the guy running against Mayor Will Reichelt.
Well, hey, listen, it happens. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I believe there's another candidate I've seen who's got lawn signs out in the Springfield area.
Yeah.
Who once tried to run on the $10 and fish sandwich platform.
Yeah, it's amazing how these guys keep running.
Well, listen, that's
trying
yesterday's news. We let bygones be bygones, and we don't judge.
Is it yesterday's news?
It's still yesterday's news.
And then that lady that was strapped to the chair with the tape, all the charges were dropped against her.
What was she being strapped down for? What was her disorderly conduct?
She was arrested for being. She was accused of being under the. I have to say accused. She was accused of being under the influence of the Big E, which is not hard to do.
What are you talking about? I mean, you got to walk at least 5 feet to get to the next bar.
Well, she must have been rich. I mean, how many $14 beers can you buy at the Big E?
If you pregame before you get in,
I guess you're tailgating out in Norman Street. But yeah, she was disorderly, and then they strapped her to the chair, and then then he called her some names, which I can't even repeat on the radio.
You know what? If I were there and somebody, say on the local West Springfield Big E Police Department, were to apprehend me from my behavior and sat me in a chair, I'd be happy with that. Yeah. Finally, I'm at the Big E and I got a place to sit down.
Yeah, well, you sit and relax every once in a while.
As opposed to walking on that hot asphalt all day.
Yeah, I guess being taped to a chair by a cop is kind of like the footsie thing.
Yeah, the footsie wootsy. Yeah,
right.
Could you be fed like cream puffs?
I guess you could.
What happens if you got to go to the bathroom?
I don't know if you got to go to the bathroom. I guess you just go right there in the chair.
Well, that's unsightly.
Hey, you've done it in the ocean before, so what the hell's the difference?
You probably drop a whole bunch of tater tots on the ground behind her.
It was one tater tot. You pee in your pants all the time.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do. You go in the I'm going. You're like, you tell your wife at the beach, hang on a second, honey, I just got to go take a dip in the water, and then you stand there for a few minutes.
I'm not going to whip it out on a full beach.
You don't have to whip it out. You can go in the water and pull your pants down.
I don't need to pull my pants.
Why?
Down. Because I could do the old sneak around. I could do that. I could hop the fence if I had to. but I don't need to.
Well, I'm just
Got
saying.
a whole ocean in front of me.
There might be other tips that you could use in order to keep your clothes a little bit clean.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
A 61-year-old man from the Berkshires is in custody after agreeing to meet with a police officer posing as an underage child. Oh. Is that how that worked? Hey, look, I'm a cop and I'm posing as an underage child. Can I meet up with you?
what are you wearing? Uniform, holster, a gun.
Is the term underage child a little redundant here?
It is, yes.
It's a child.
That is correct.
They're all underage.
That is true.
Yeah. State police detectives carried out a child enticement sting. That's where they caught 61-year-old Scott Clemens of Pittsfield, arriving to meet with an underage child and took him into custody. While searching his car, officials found a can of Dr. Pepper that was requested, as well as several box cutters. No word yet on when he's set to appear before a judge. Oh, there's nothing suspicious about box cutters and a Dr. Pepper in your car. Doesn't everybody carry those?
I don't know.
Oh, these are my everyday box cutters and my everyday Dr. Pepper.
How do you think Chris Hansen enticed all those guys to come to that house?
Yeah.
Usually with a Dr. Pepper.
What does he say when he walks in the kitchen? Have a seat.
Have a seat.
Can I get you a Dr. Pepper?
Now, do you know who I am and why you're here? I'm just here for the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, why? What was it? Why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle?
I don't know, Steve.
Because his wife died. Wow. Why? I don't even know what that means.
It's a little dark, Steve.
Is it really?
It's dark.
Is it really?
It's dark.
You've probably heard of first world problems, right? Mm-hmm. Well, here's a small town police department does when they don't have bigger fish to fry. The town of Jessup, Iowa, has announced it's banned TPing, which they've defined as, quote, using toilet paper to decorate homes, trees, or other structures. They say there's now a zero-tolerance policy, and perpetrators will be arrested and charged with things like trespassing, criminal mischief, illegal dumping, and disorderly conduct. Those sentences will be looking at fines and community service, although it's possible those penalties will be ramped up for repeat offenders. They did stop short of mentioning prison time. Usually TPing is done as a prank by bored kids, not hardened criminals with extensive rap sheets, so the Jessup police know you may think this is a little over the top. They say this may seem a little extreme to some, but this happens year after year and this to the same persons. That is harassment. We have to draw the line. We cannot watch every residence for every minute in town every single night.
So you're telling me that like investigators will go to something like this and see a house all toilet papered up and they don't say this looks like a professional job?
Yeah, they're going all around to all the Family Dollars looking to see who bought that toilet paper.
Because you don't want to wrap your house around with the good stuff.
Well,
you want the cheap stuff.
I mean, it is destructive, and it is, it's really not funny. I never thought it was funny.
It's not that funny.
I actually saw there was and this is, I'm driving to work this morning. I go through Wyben, Massachusetts, which is
purposely
part of West. Well, that's a part of Westfield. But they have this little traffic island there, and somebody decorates that really nice for all the seasons.
Sure,
they get now it's the pumpkins and the gourds and all that stuff that are out there.
Right.
Well, I drove up to it this morning, and it looked like a bunch of those were smashed all over the ground.
They smashed the pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And then as I drove down towards the cemetery over there by Kaczynski Farms, there was another pumpkin that was in the middle. Obviously, a group of kids came by and destroyed what somebody had took, probably a few hours at least to put together on that thing. Yeah, don't be a dick like that.
I get it. I mean, you want to make your town, your neighborhood, attractive. You want to put something that's festive, reflecting the season. But you know what? Kids are bored. They've been doing this for years. This is kid type of activity. I'm sure I'm sure if you really asked, you'd find out like your older brother, your father, your grandfather probably did stuff like this when they were young. It's what young kids do.
Picking up pumpkins and smashing them on the ground.
Smashing them, causing problems, a little bit of vandalism.
I went to a Smashing Pumpkins concert once. There was no pumpkins being smashed there at all.
No,
It was completely...
no produce was hurt during that performance.
It was very bad advertising. False, misleading advertising. I thought I was going to throw a gourd here.
Yeah, Billy Corgan won't put up with that.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today, sunny with a high of 74. Tomorrow, rain showers with a high of 79. It is 46 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Classic Rock, it's 7:51 in Steppenwolf with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Sunny today with a high of 74. Tomorrow, rainy with a high of 79. It's 46 right now in downtown Springfield.
You know, if you like craft beer, we got a heck of a deal for you. Rock 102's got your hookup with half-off hops. Both Vanish Valley and Great Awakening have sold out, but you can still get a $50 gift card to some of the other great breweries in the area. Rustic Brewing, Scantic River, and Arc Point, just $25. That's half off. They're on sale now at the Shop 30 store at rock102.com, but they're going fast. Half off hops from Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
Now, Karen Reed's going to be back in court today.
For what?
She may have been acquitted in June, but her legal troubles are far from over. The 45-year-old returns to court Monday for a hearing on the wrongful death lawsuit filed by the family of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe. The hearing is a status conference and will address a motion filed by Reed's lawyers in August to dismiss parts of the case. Plymouth Superior Court
Like
judge,
the parts that suggest that she might be guilty of something?
Oh, God, come on. She's not guilty. She was set up by the Massachusetts State Police.
Well, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
plenty of people believe that.
She didn't back her car at 24 miles an hour into a guy in the snow and then conveniently recognized exactly where he was when he was covered with snow when they drove up to the front of the house.
Steve,
she didn't do that.
If you're reading Turtle Boy the way I read Turtle Boy, you know there's always going to be questions.
Yeah. The wrongful death lawsuit against Reed, which lists O'Keefe's parents, brother, and niece as plaintiffs, repeats much of what prosecutors had accused her of, that she backed into O'Keefe after a night of drinking and a fight as she dropped him off at the home of fellow Boston police officer in Canton. Along with Reed, the two Canton bars where the couple had been drinking on January 28th and 29th are listed as defendants. They're probably going to get in trouble because of the over-serving that was done among all of the folks that were at those two bars that night. She was at least charged and convicted of a DUI.
Right.
Right. So that will help the civil case in suing the bars because that was the last place that she came from before. Well, I don't know. Maybe she was.
Well, I mean, she said she only had a couple.
Yeah.
And by a couple, I mean 9.
Well, I mean, gal like her,
Yeah,
she can handle it.
sure.
Yeah.
She's 5'0".
Yeah. Who would have thought that that having that many drinks would make you leave voicemails that are angry? Moments after you dropped him off. I mean, moments after you allegedly hit him and then dropped him.
This is why I'm so thankful that there were no cell phones when I was young and going at it real hard. Those.
Did you ever get into a situation where you backed over a girlfriend and then left her in the snow for dead and then
No.
tell everybody that it wasn't you?
Thought about it, but no, never actualized those thoughts.
Well, I guess you haven't lived a life yet, then, Bax.
And I don't
Yeah.
suspect I'm going to start now, Steve. Not at this age.
But yeah, she's up for being sued. Now, this kind of like, the OJ trial. He was found not guilty as far as, the murders go, but then was found guilty for being liable for those murders
Right.
in the civil suit. So who knows what's going to happen in this particular situation. I don't think it's going to be like protesters outside the courthouse. I mean, you probably will have some of them. But
Do they know what have they said what they're seeking in damages in the civil trial? They mentioned that yet?
I didn't see. It just says that they're suing her for wrongful death.
But they're not saying how much.
I'm sure there's a dollar amount involved.
I'm sure there
They
is.
probably go after like the insurance company, her vehicle's insurance company. You go after her assets. You do all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Everyone's got the questions. Everyone's following along on this one.
Yeah, she's a man-eater. That's for sure.
Watch out, boy.
Yeah.
She'll chew you up or run you over.
A she-cat tamed by the purr of a Lexus.
Exactly.
Is that how that?
I think it is.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just about 7:56 on Rock 102.
Ovens and Traeger wood-fire grills.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, as you know, I'm not really qualified to tell a professional athlete how to do his job. My job is to offer unsolicited criticism, impart half-baked observations, and occasionally contribute to a discussion that I often have no business participating in. You see, it's called broadcasting, and as a long-serving participant in this business, I've been able to squeeze out a notable career after knowing practically nothing. However, over the years, I've picked up a thing or two, and what I can tell you is this. In the game of football, apart from the passing game, the primary objective is to hold on to the football. You see, the moment that you are no longer holding on to the football, that gives the other team the opportunity to grab it for themselves. Yesterday, for example, the Patriots gave up 4 fumbles. In each of these cases, it gave the Pittsburgh Steelers an opportunity to get the ball for themselves. A game in which the Patriots could have easily won. Should also point out that when the football is thrown towards the receiver, it is imperative not to accidentally throw the football into the hands of an opposing player. Is any of this making sense? Because between the 5 turnovers and the Patriots coughing up, plus the 5 times the Steelers were able to sack Drake May, probably among the many reasons why the Patriots failed to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, losing by a score of 21-14. The messed up part is that if you look at it, apart from the sacks and costly turnovers, the Patriots led in first downs, passing yards, rushing yards, and time of possession. And don't get me started on those 4th down conversions, and yet they still found a way to lose. Not that I'm being critical, but this is why not letting go of the football is so damn important. In fact, it's one of the most important things about playing football. If you have the possession of the football, when it's physically in your hands, it's your job not to let go of it unless you are handing it off, throwing it, or giving it to an official after the play is done. Is everybody clear on this? Because I'm pretty sure the Carolina Panthers are going to be reviewing film of you dropping footballs all week long. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. The DeWalt $15 tool sale is going on right now at Rocky's. Circular saw blades, hand saws, drill bits, $15. Good tools, good deals right now at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
It's going to be sunny today with a high of, 74. It is currently 49 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm kind of digging this fall weather.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I like it. It's my favorite time of the year, other than the hay fever and everything else. But I do love the fall.
You do.
Yeah.
Today is the first full day of fall. Matter of fact, you can go join the autumnal equinox up at UMass and their little, what is it, it's like a sundial or something up there.
It's some sort of excuse for students to drink.
Some kind of weird thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't even know if students actually go to that. If it was done like early in the morning, like college students are never going to make it out there.
Yeah. So today is the first day of fall, but has it actually been fall for weeks?
Well, I mean, you're not seeing a whole lot of leaves turning yet. A couple of them here and there, but I mean, nothing that screams out foliage.
Well, a story is going viral online where a man is claiming that fall started weeks ago. He said the seasons are all wrong. He's proposing we redate all of the 4 seasons. You want the new breakdown?
Sure.
Spring should start as soon as daylight saving kicks in. Next year's is March 8th. The extra sunlight means you've started spring regardless of how cold it is, and spring ends the first day it's hot.
So is that like a hard set date for that?
Well, summer would start around June 1st and stop on August 31st, mostly because the never-ending plague of summer is irksome, so we should shorten it a bit.
Why don't we just end it on Labor Day weekend?
Well, that's exactly what he's saying. Once September hits, it's fall. Even if it's 95 degrees, if leaves are falling, the NFL is on TV, and your kids are back at school, it's fall. The whole waiting till September 22nd thing for summer to end is wrong. Not according to Dan Williams. His video got like almost 100,000 views about summer not ending until the actual time, which is today at 2:19 p.m.
Is this guy kind of like the only person complaining, or is like a swell of support for this?
Well, you know how things catch on. Remember that whole birds aren't real thing? Well, eventually that caught on, and there's enough people out there that believe that birds are not real, and they're all cameras sent by the government.
Birds are real.
Yeah.
I mean, a camera wouldn't release itself in your windshield.
You don't know that.
What would it be releasing if it were not a bird?
Cream filling.
I don't believe cameras sent by the government are full of cream filling.
You don't know that. When was the last time you ever had a bird in your hand? Or two in the bush?
I've had more in the bush than I've had one in the hand.
Sure you have. Winter begins on Black Friday. It's already bleak outside. Bing Crosby's on the radio, and you're setting up your Christmas tree. Fall doesn't end on December 22nd. It ends on Thanksgiving.
This guy's got a lot of fancy rules that he has no real basis on. I mean, it's fine the way it is.
Yeah.
It's not broken.
And they point out, if you live somewhere like Santa Barbara, this is not for you. Like, you have no idea what a season is like. It's like 7 degrees and sunny all the time, all year long.
California's parts of California, it's one season. Hot.
And if you live in the Northeast, all of these dates would change. It would be a 7-month winter, 1 week for fall, 1 week for spring, and the rest for summer.
Yeah, so it's a cockamamie idea.
The seasons are based on the equinox and solstice, but what do you think?
I think it's a dumb idea. I mean, it's working fine. I mean, if it's cold, you put on a sweater or a jacket. If it's too hot, you take the jacket off. That's all you really need to know about the change of seasons.
You have a solution for everything, don't you?
I just try to simplify things to its very basic core. I don't need to complicate things. Where all of a sudden we got to come up with a whole new set of dates.
And and this guy's bitching that it was fall weeks ago. Today is National Ice Cream Cone Day.
In this kind of weather.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. Ordering ice cream in the thick of summer at a busy ice cream shop can be a tense, high-pressure situation. Everyone gets distracted by all the flavors, and they gets tripped up by the same question. What kind of cone do you want? I prefer the waffle cone.
I like it in a cup.
But the portions are too large in the waffle cone for me to eat the whole thing.
Because of my lactose intolerance, I can't handle something that comes in a waffle cone. I need something much smaller.
Oh, I want a blue waffle cone. Did you ever have one of those?
I did. Thankfully, a doctor gave me some ointment, and it cleared up after 6 months.
So a while back, a poll asked 6,500 American adults what they like their ice cream served in. 32% want a waffle cone, 16% want a sugar cone, and only 8% prefer cake cones. Those are the smaller ones.
What about for those of us that couldn't be bothered and rather have it in a cup?
Well, you're still going to get it on your shirt anyway, so what's the difference?
Yeah, but it's not going to fall on the ground.
33% of the cones pass up the cones altogether to get a cup. Another 2% want something else, like maybe a specialty cone. Or maybe they just devour their ice cream directly out of the carton.
Or how about do this? How about you just, we save $1 and then you just put it in my hands?
I guess you could. To be clear, the cake cones are the flaky, crispy ones with the flat bottoms.
Yes.
Flat bottom girls make the rockin' world go round.
I've heard that.
Sugar cones are more sturdy with the pointy bottom. Mm-hmm. Waffle cones have a wider top with a rim that's usually not flat.
They can also be dipped in chocolate. That's pretty delicious, too.
I like those.
Yeah, those are good.
The dipped in chocolate ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about. Today's National Ice Cream Cone Day.
Yeah, that's
and it's the
fascinating.
first day of fall, which doesn't really add up.
See, I've never really understood that. I'll eat ice cream all year long, and yet ice cream shops will close, seasonally, and it's like, but I want it now, on December 1st. I want my ice cream like all year long. There's never a time of the year where it's not an ice cream kind of day. That's me.
You like ice cream no matter what. It could be it'd be 30 degrees below zero, and you'll still have a Mr. Frosty in your hand.
If I were living like on the North Pole, right? Okay, and it's like the middle of December or January, after the Christmas rush, I'd still go to like a gas station, pick up a couple things of Ben and Jerry's, a Haagen-Dazs, and rip through it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. Could be freezing cold.
Well, I guess that's the kind of person you are.
I don't understand why we all have to shut down. Like the whole ice cream industry has to be put on hold.
Did you ever hear of the IG Nobel Prize?
The IG?
Yeah, it's a satirical prize awarded annually since 1991 to promote public engagement with scientific research. It is to honor achievements that first make people laugh and then make them think. We can't have any of that going on in this country. What are you talking about? The name of the award is a pun on the Nobel Prize, which it parodies on the word ignoble.
Ah.
Well, anyway, it looks like the Nobel Prize for the weirdest and dumbest insights science offered us into 2025. You want to know this year's winners?
Sure.
This year's Literature Prize was awarded posthumously to a man for persistently recording and analyzing the rate of growth on one of his fingernails over a period of 35 years. He was later found scratched to death. No, I'm just kidding.
He had to pick his nose and wound up, scratching the back of his head.
Yeah. The Nutrition Prize was awarded to researchers who determined rainbow lizards prefer 4 cheese to other varieties of pizza, even pineapple pizza. All right.
Okay.
I'm with the lizards. The Pediatrics Prize went to a team who looked into what a nursing infant experiences when their mother eats garlic.
What happens?
I don't know, but I wish I was part of that test group. Garlic or not.
Yeah, you'd probably be the one to have to chew on the garlic.
The Biology Prize went to a study that determined cows painted with zebra-like stripes were 50% less likely to be bitten by flies.
Really?
Yeah. The Chemistry Prize went to experiments analyzing whether eating Teflon would be an effective way to increase food volume without extra calories.
You do know that many of these scientific studies are paid for by like government grants.
Yeah.
That's does anyone really need to know some of this information? I mean, is science really stopping?
It's a satirical thing.
Yeah, so I know that the award is, but these scientific experiments are still going on.
Well, the IG Nobel Peace Prize was given to a study that found drinking alcohol sometimes improves a person's ability to speak in a foreign language. Is it foreign language or is it just slurred speech?
It sounds like a foreign language.
The Engineering Design Prize went to a team who researched how foul-smelling shoes affect the good experience of using a shoe rack. The Aviation Prize went to research on how alcohol ingestion affects the ability of bats to fly and echolate. Is that how you say that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
How they get the bats to drink alcohol?
Well, I mean, it really doesn't have to. Just leave out a Old English 800 and the bat will suck it off like it's a hummingbird.
I find that hard to imagine.
Yes.
Even bats have better taste than that.
Psychology Prize went to a team who analyzed how receiving high IQ scores relates to temporary state narcissism.
Mm-hmm. Why? Just because they believe they're better than people? If you have a higher IQ, you're more likely to be arrogant?
Yeah. Well, you've done it all your life.
Yeah, it's not that high.
The IG Nobel, but if you have the highest IQ here, that's not really saying much.
Yeah, but I don't know if I've got the highest IQ here. We haven't all measured our IQs.
Well, I would imagine one of us is higher than the rest of us.
I don't know if you and I are the tops of that list here.
No, I'm saying you. I wasn't saying me.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm tops in the game here.
And the prize for physics was given to scientists who looked into their properties of pasta sauce, especially the phase transition that leads to clumping, which can be a cause of unpleasantness.
That's the truth.
There's money being wasted on all kinds of stupid awards.
So glad the government is paying for all these things.
What was that one that Cohen just won?
The Western Mass Golf Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah. Another waste of money.
I wonder how hard he nominated himself. Did he flood the Did he flood the ballot box, or what did he do?
Well, how many different names did he come up with to submit those? Barry McOckener? Yeah. I vote Scott Cohen. Oliver Close off?
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Oh, yeah, all of them. There you go.
It's 821 on Rock 102.
It's back. Rock 102's Pro Picks.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 827 and Twisted Sister with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam will have the full forecast for you.
Hey, Rock 102 is covering New England Patriot football all season long. Sunday, September 28th, the Patriots take on Carolina. The live State Line Propane and Oil pregame show begins at 10, with kickoff starting at 1 o'clock. Join Bob Sochi and Scott Zolak as they bring you all the play-by-play action. The Patriots play here on Rock 102.
What else is going on?
You see the story about the story came out on Friday, but it came out later than we had a chance to talk about it. Jeb Belize, who owns Belize Auto, and Tom Dennis, the principal of Dennis Engineering Group, last week announced that they are planning of raising 5 buildings around Lyman, Chestnut, and Taylor Streets. The idea is to potentially use that parcel of land for a new courthouse.
Okay.
These buildings, there's like 5 buildings that would be raised. 4 of them are historical buildings. Now, try to imagine that neighborhood, that block. They're all blighted, old, broken down, pretty much nasty buildings that are largely boarded up. It includes like the Sorbine Jr. Building that has not been operating in years. And they got approval by the Historic Commission to demolish these buildings, but there are still some people that are trying to fight for them because they're historical buildings. If you got a building that's standing on a piece of property with blighted buildings that nobody has shown any interest in either buying or maintaining for years, what are you fighting for? What are you keeping them there for? If there are blighted buildings and there's a chance you could put something that the city desperately needs, like a new courthouse, I wouldn't stand in the way of that. I'd say, go ahead. Let me press the buttons for the wrecking ball.
Is it historical commission stuff? Is that what it is?
It's the Historical Commission decided to allow the waiver in a 5-0 vote, agreeing that there was little hope the buildings would ever be redeveloped in their current state. There are other people, however, that are still trying to fight it and get in the way, and it has not been approved by the state that this is going to be where the new courthouse would be. I just can't imagine if you look in that neighborhood and you see there's nothing else going on, but just these buildings are falling apart.
Yeah.
Seems to me we need a courthouse more than we need a blighted building or 5 blighted buildings.
And this is the problem when you got like all these. It comes down to money. In the end, it comes down to who's going to get the sale for the properties. Not just this one, but there was that other one down on Riverfront that they were going to build down there and make it like a pier or whatever the hell it was they were going to do. All these locations, it all comes down to, who can grease up the state more in order to get the contract and get the sale for the real estate. This is why these things take so long.
Well,
it's about who's going to make the most money off something.
So the Springfield Preservation Trust are the ones that are arguing against it. They had a hearing on Thursday. Members argued that 113 and 127 Lyman Street are especially significant, known as the former Cutler and Porter Block. One of the buildings is the original home of Sorbine Jr. This one woman, Erica Swallow, the president of the board of directors for the trust, argued that the building should be designated as a single building historic district that would protect it more. She argued a 9-month pause to help save other historic buildings in the city. I get that in some cases, but yeah, real estate costs money. But if real estate is not helping the city doing anything other than just take up space and just fall apart, and you have the opportunity to build something that the city needs, you got to go ahead and do it. You got to go ahead and do it.
But they're not going to, because there's all this bureaucratic stuff that happens behind the scenes that it's all about who's going to make the most money off the project.
Yeah.
And who gets the contract from the state and who gets all that stuff. This is why it's taken. That courthouse should have been demolished 30 years ago.
Yeah, but it was the state's fault for not dealing with it properly.
Right, but then you get all these like big pocket guys jumping in there going, "Oh, I want that. I want you to buy my land, and I want you to buy my land, and I want you, I want to be the contractor. I want my company to have the contracting thing."
I get that, but if you were against that all the time, then nothing could ever possibly be built.
I guess so.
I mean, there's a process in this, especially when it comes to state projects. I mean,
but this is why people need to show up at meetings and council meetings. But most people don't, because it doesn't resonate with them enough to want to bother to show up to these meetings that you could force the state to make an action on it, and you don't. And people don't participate enough. So, is it the fault? Whose fault is it?
I don't think this is a matter of fault at this point, because the state deadline for submitting proposals is in October, the middle of October. But Jeb Belize and Tom Dennis did this early because they realized this is a project that's kind of on a time thing here, and that the courthouse needs to be built. And plus, they've also got the say-so from the historic committee that says, yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and do this. There's not a real controversy here, other than there's a small group of people that say, hey, these are historic buildings. Okay, but so is the courthouse, and that needs to come down too.
I think the controversy is that nobody has really taken any significant action in order to get rid of what they have now.
Until now, when you got someone say, hey, this would be a great parcel of land for something like that, and it's not that far away from where the courthouse stands today.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I don't know how the hysterical commission is going to get through all this.
We got news coming up next on Rock 102.
Here's your Western Mass
36 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. There's a pizza place having a little trouble in Springfield. A pizza shop in the Indian Orchard neighborhood of Springfield has recently received negative reviews and threats after getting confused with a pizza truck with a similar name. Pizza truck with a similar name in Colorado. Misfit Pizza in Indian Orchard has had several negative Google reviews after the owner of Misfits Pizza in Colorado was accused of making controversial comments on social media surrounding the recent shooting death of political activist Charlie Kirk. That's not something we would do, honestly. We value our customers in the community. I mean, anyone is welcome here, said Latrice Adkins, manager of Misfit Pizza in Springfield. Adkins told Western Mass News she wants to clear things up and told them the comments are being attributed to the owner of the shop in Colorado and were not made by them, and they have nothing to do with that business. Misfit Pizza in Indian Orchard opened their doors about a year ago, and they told Western Mass News this is a misunderstanding comes right as business is starting to really pick up for them. Adkins added that she wants the community to know that those negative Facebook comments and poor reviews online do not reflect their product or their business, and she wants everyone to feel safe when stopping by their shop. The doors are pretty much just open, and it's not a good look for a new restaurant.
So you got Misfit Pizza and Misfits.
Yeah, so the
pizza.
Misfits, wait a minute.
Misfit is the one in Indian Orchard.
Right. Misfits is the knucklehead out in Colorado who wrote a bunch of stuff online, and then then people go searching for it, and it's almost like 22 News writing a story about Chesterfield, Mass. Versus Chesterfield, New Hampshire. None of that happened in Massachusetts.
Right.
It all happened in New Hampshire, and this is it's sloppy social media user and sloppy journalism.
I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people, when they use social media, are not that careful.
Well, because everybody wants a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you got this food truck in Colorado handing out crappy pizza, and meanwhile, the folks in Indian Orchard are trying to do their best to put a good product on the market.
Here's what I want to know. Yeah, if you say something stupid online, you look like an idiot. You look like a dink.
Yeah, that's right.
But what is it in other people who feel like they need to fan the flames, if you will, by going on and just knee-jerk reaction to everything? And clearly, in a situation like this, You're not even paying attention. You're so outraged. You're not even paying attention to what you're doing, and now you're causing damage to a place that doesn't even need to be chastised because they didn't do anything wrong.
There's something in the world called oppositional defiant disorder. It's kind of like a mental deficiency, which says, I am going to do my best to be defiant and oppositional, whether or not I need to be. And I think that kind of opens the door a little bit wider when social media is involved.
It's
like you're not. If you got nothing nice to say, shut up and move on with your day. As opposed to some people who say, well, I got ODD. I'm going to do what I can.
You down with ODD?
Yeah, you know me. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say because I can. This is my way of saying hello, everybody. I'm a troll from 1,000 miles away.
But I also believe that a lot of it is fabricated. And I was watching this documentary about this. These people, there's places out there that take, I don't know what they're called now. It's like they take a bunch of cell phones with different TikTok accounts and Facebook accounts and all that stuff, and they tie them all together. It's like 200 phones. And then they tie them to one computer. Even though they're all separate accounts. They're all fake accounts, fake social media accounts.
Sure.
And then they put inflammatory statements in those in order to create opposition from other people. So then real people then either agree or disagree with those statements, and that's how all of these arguments are starting online. How do you know half the time when you're reading comments, other than people you would normally know on Facebook, but when you go to one of those news websites where they purposely put out a story just to get the clout for their news station, 22 does it all the time. All the news stations do it. It's not just one place. They put out a story to get engagement online. How do you know that those comments are from actually real people?
Well, you don't.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't. And first of all, you've got bots, like you say, that are like organized bot activity could put any kind of propaganda out there. And because of the algorithms that are in place, if there's like a lot of people saying the same thing about one thing, the algorithm may not necessarily read that as anything more than a viral movement, and so it gets promoted and distributed properly. But then you have some people that say, well, if it's on Facebook, it must absolutely be true, and they'll say, oh yeah, you're absolutely right, or no, you're absolutely wrong, and that's how these things build. Because of the engagement that these bots get, you're absolutely right. You never know because of all the AI and deep fake stuff, and who is telling the truth and who is giving you phony information.
That's what I'm getting at. But people get so fired up over something that may or may not be real. Yet in their brain it's saying that this is real. I must comment on this somehow. That is going to be it is already our downfall. Because, again, I talked about this last week. When you go outside, when you go out to pick up your medication at CVS.
Sure.
Are people yelling things at you?
Never. Not really.
No.
I mean,
people don't act like that in public.
No, but they feel somehow protected by the internet or this misbelief that they are somehow private and unidentifiable. But you're absolutely right. In more normal social circumstances at work or whatever, you don't always get confronted by I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but you don't always get confronted with some level of argumentation from people.
I don't think things are as bad as they seem. Because what's being pushed to you is information that social media companies know is going to get you fired up.
Yeah.
So you're only being channeled certain information to inflame you, listen, social media doesn't make any money about when people aren't fighting with each other. They don't. There's no clicks. There's no engagement. If people are just posting happy pictures all the day, then people get bored with it and then they walk away from it. But if it incites something in you, if it ignites sparks some sort of flame inside of you, then you're more likely to engage with that kind of behavior. When are people going to realize, like, this is all just done to control you and control the way you feel? And what purpose are you serving? No matter what side you're on, what purpose are you serving by going on rants against people you don't even know?
Because I think we're a tribal species, and I think we like to be amongst like-minded people. And I think many people feel if I agree with somebody or someone agrees with me, regardless of what idiotic opinion I may have, there's something comforting about the validation that I'm right.
Yeah.
Even if I'm wrong.
And then you got this guy who's saying he's a bot expert now.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell a bot because they're written to perfection in punctuations. No human does that. That's not necessarily true either.
True.
I think you can set something up enough. How many times have people been fooled by things or misinformation about something because you had a knee-jerk reaction to it, and then that misinformation spreads like wildfire, and then by the time the truth comes out, you can't really tell anyway.
Or how many times over like the last 2 years, maybe even less than that, where you've seen a video that it seems plausible. There's a guy talking, but it's not even, but it's all AI created.
Yeah.
And they get more sophisticated, so it looks less and less fake as time goes on. These are not great times to find out truth about anything, because I'm going to believe that most of the stuff that we hear about that's passed off as truth, not really truth.
Yeah. And the
fake
more,
news.
And the
Sad.
more I look, the more I scroll through the social media, it's the same ones over and over and over again.
Oh yeah,
that are perpetuating like garbage. It's just garbage. Listen, I put out garbage every single day, but at least it's fun garbage.
Yeah,
it's
and that's
just
fine.
Jokey.
If you're there to entertain, that's cool. But if you're there to sway my opinion or have me agree with you, it's the last thing I want to do.
I'm sure I could, if I wanted a lot of clout, I could go out there and say something inflammatory.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not my MO. To go out and cause people to be angry with each other.
You and I talked about this before.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through my life hating people simply because they may have a different opinion.
No, but there are people who make money off of that.
Well, it's not even the people that make money. There are many people that I know who are posting all the time, and it's opinion, and political opinion is really at the worst. And I got people that do it from multiple different points of view. And anytime I see it, regardless of what the point is, I turn it off. I just can't engage with you if you're trying to sway me on my political beliefs. My political beliefs are my political beliefs. I'm not pushing them in anybody's face. And frankly, when the orders are being pushed in my face, I have that oppositional defiant disorder that says, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't even realize that you can just go right past something and not let it bother you.
That's what I try to do.
There's things that offend me all day long. Every day, there's something that offends me. You know what I don't do? Worry about it. I scroll on.
Yeah, you get past your day.
Listen, Three's Company ain't gonna watch itself. I'm happy living that lifestyle of tuning everything else out, and having somebody wanting me to be on their side for something versus sitting pretty and watching the antics of Jack Tripper and Mr. Roper.
All you want to do is go down to the Regal Beagle after working in the bistro all day and sit with your roommates, have a good time.
I want you to come knock on my door.
You should take a step that is new.
No, I've been waiting for you.
Oh, yeah, I've been waiting for you.
Yeah. Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's Company, too. Yeah. See?
Mm-hmm.
See, if we all just watch Three's Company.
You're right.
That's what I'm trying to get.
Some of the world's problems would be solved.
I'm going to get a bot farm. That's what it is. It's called a bot farm. I'm going to get a bot farm And I'm going to convince everybody to start watching Three's Company. I think that would bring the world together.
That's a great idea.
Hey, come on. It worked for Jack, Chrissy, and Janet.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, the Ropers tolerated them, even though they didn't like those kids living upstairs.
Oh, Stanley!
They lasted for 5 seasons.
That was all?
The Ropers.
Oh, the Ropers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then Mr. Furley came in.
Yeah, I know.
I think the show jumped the shark when when Suzanne Summers left.
Oh, there's no question about it.
And then Terry.
Yeah, that's that. That was a.
I mean,
poorly
Priscilla Barnes was a good-looking lady. But,
oh yeah, and a fine actress, but it was a poorly conceived and poorly written character development. There was no character development.
No, she was all of a sudden you took this ditzy blonde and then you turned her into a smart blonde. She was like a nurse. She knew what she was doing.
She sure did.
Yeah.
I was always intrigued by the character Lana. Like, what was up with that?
You know that I read a lot of history. Let's talk about the history of Three's Company now. I read that she was kind of like they didn't even, there was no explanation for her disappearance on the show. She just wasn't cutting it for the ratings.
Yeah.
So they just wrote her out of the show. That was it. There was no more Lana.
That was it?
Yeah.
Huh. Makes you think.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a kind of like a questionable character. Like, why is this here?
Do you remember how she entered the show?
How did she enter the show?
Larry was an escort, and Larry had to go to San Francisco for the weekend and couldn't make it, so he had Jack be the escort for the woman who was coming into town, and she started falling in love with Jack Trevor, and then she moved into the apartment complex.
Man, I'll tell you what, she went pretty hard to the rim on that one.
Man, those crazy lifestyle those kids were living in that apartment.
So true.
Man, swingers galore. See, that's what we should be arguing about. Anyway, your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be sunny with a high of 74. Tomorrow, rainy with a high of 79. It is 51 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
8:53 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
I just gave you the forecast. $20 dinner and a comedy show this Thursday for the shortstop.
Really? Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be there.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to be at the Academy of Music for a whopping amount of people. Like, a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a big comedy. You and Greg Morton?
Me and Greg Morton.
Wow.
And that's about it. Just the three of us.
You're going to have a lot of fun. Let me tell you something. It's a great room.
Oh, yeah.
Greg does a nice job. People should be buying their tickets.
It's also a great room when it's filled.
I'm sure it will be a great show.
It'll be a great show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of comedy shows, Thursday, October 16th, the Mayflower Marathon Comedy Night is going to be happening at the Armory at MGM Springfield. It's going to be a great night for raising money and also awareness of what the Open Pantry is all about as we get set for the Mayflower Marathon. Tom Cotter is our headliner. Steve will be there along with Corey G. I'll be the host for the night. Tickets are on sale now at rock102.com. Again, all the profits going to be donated to the Mayflower Marathon. It's the Mayflower Marathon Comedy Night, brought to you by Dave Miner Exterior Home Improvements, Aquapump, and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock. Again, tickets on sale now at rock102.com.
That should be a good night.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
It's always good to did you see Cotter posted a video that I don't know why I laughed at it because it's kind of an obvious joke, but it was still very funny. He's in his car, and he says, hey, busy week this week. I got 2 television apperoappearances I'm very excited about.
Oh, yeah, he was going to be on Kimmel and Colbert.
And then Colbert,
yeah.
And then he gets a message from his manager.
Yeah. That happens.
Hilarious.
They were scheduled for something, and it just
That's
happened
it.
to go away.
Tom's a total pro. That'll be a good time.
Yeah, he's. I follow his clips a lot. Like a lot of his clips. You really should follow him. He's got some gems in there that he throws in there.
There's a lot of clips with his wife too. She's very funny also.
I'm always so impressed by other people who have mastered the, like, you can throw something at him, he'll come right back with it. He doesn't have to think about it. I say or whatever for a response, but he's so quick that he's got this Rolodex of jokes in there that he knows what to say when somebody, when he's interacting with the crowd, when he's doing crowd work and all that stuff. It's pretty cool.
He's got it's almost encyclopedic what goes on in his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like boom, it's right there. He knows exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Really great.
It took him 30 years
He's been doing it he knew how to do that long ago.
No, but I mean, it took him 30 years for people to start reckoning. I'm serious. I'm watching these TikTok clips and I'm reading the comments, and the comments are like, "This guy's great. I've never even heard of him before." It's just the way information gets put out, and who maybe he needs a bot farm.
You should set that up for him.
Start a little controversy over Tom Cotter.
We'll work that out for them
all right.
during the October 16th.
Perfect.
It's 8:56 at Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Summer's winding